So one of the keys that we're looking for is to maintain pelvic stability when we're in the middle of any type of run. As you run, there are many, many forces that are involved that go through the entire body, and all of that can be centered around our core, our abdominals, our hips, our legs, and the more that we can create the stability of the pelvis, the easier it is going to be to facilitate increasing distances and increasing the speed with which you're able to run. So what we're going to start off with are some exercises to help facilitate the pelvic stability. We're going to have Chase here face the post. What he's going to do is he's going to raise his legs straight out into that post, and he's going to be pressing into that post. As he presses and applies that force, he wants to keep his hips as stable as he can, locking out that leg and driving straight into that post. And he'll hold that for about a 10 count, and then he'll rest. We're going to do that same motion, but we're now going to add in a slight rotation of the leg. So as he raises his leg forward, he's going to slowly roll his knee to the outside. So you see that his toe is now pointed out. And then he's going to apply that forward force again. Again, keeping his hips perfectly stable and facing forward. As you apply that force, we're creating a little rotation. The hips are going to want to come out of that position, so we want to maintain that externally rotated leg, or rolling the knee to the outside and driving forward, and he'll rest. We have one more position to go through where he's going to lock his leg out, bring it forward, and rotate his knee as best he can to the inside. This is a restricted range of motion for most people, and then apply that forward motion once again. This is a position where the hips will have a tendency to rotate away from that rotation, and we want to do our best to keep our hips in line and parallel in the direction we're applying our force. And come back down again. Next position, he's going to turn to the side. We're going to go through those same leg positions of locked and centered, externally rotated and internally rotated, but instead of applying the force in the forward motion, we're going to be going out to the side. So Chase will lock that leg out. Step forward a little bit, man. There you go. Lock that leg out, and he's going to drive that leg out to the side and then press into the wall. And this is with what we would consider a neutral position. And then come on back down again. We're going to go through that same rotated knee. He's going to lock out his leg, roll that knee to the outside, and then drive that toe into the wall. Again, keeping a cue on the hips. The hips are going to want to move and rotate, and we want to keep those hips facing forward and rest. Last position, locking out that leg, roll the knee to the inside as best you can. Now, the first movement that he did there was roll his hips. So he's got a little bit, not too much internal rotation, so hips stay stable, roll the knee in, and then swing that leg out to the side, and then pressing into that. Now, if we asked him where he feels this, he's going to feel this throughout everywhere in his body. He's got everything on the outside of that left leg, as well as things on the inside of the right leg and outside of the right leg. The pelvis is trying to stabilize that force that's coming from one side. We have one last position. He's going to face away from this. And bear in mind that this can be done, we were using a post here, we can use a wall, you can use a door frame, pretty much any immovable object in your house or in your garage can be used as a force that you can apply to. So, I'm going to step back just a little bit. What he's going to do is drive his leg backwards. We have two positions we're going to go into. So again, the leg is locked out and he's driving straight back into the post. If you find that you're having difficulty maintaining balance and bring that leg down, you can use something, another object, whether it's a car door or a chair, in order to help stabilize you so that you're not falling or teetering around, because this is that one position where you don't have the ability to hold onto your door frame or wall. He's then going to lock his leg out, he's going to roll his knee to the outside and drive straight back again. Once again, paying attention to the hips to make sure that they stay facing forward, that they aren't rotating, and that he's focusing on turning that knee outside and driving back as best as he can. So all these exercises you can hold at the beginning for 10 seconds in each position. If you feel that that's not challenging enough, you can increase the length of time with which you hold each of these positions. You can also increase the amount of force. Isometrics like this are effective anywhere from a 30% effort up to 100% effort. So ultimately, work within the construct of what you are comfortable with in order to accomplish these exercises. You are getting work done and you are strengthening the muscles that are stabilizing the pelvis and that'll help facilitate a stronger run, regardless of whether you are going at 30% effort or at 100% effort.